2020 is here. Movies are being released. Let's talk about it. I'm going to run through my top 10 anticipated movies of 2020. Before I get into this list, let me go through my criteria of how I am ranking these movies. If you got any other top 10 list, I do. This is solely based on my opinion. So these are movies that I want to see, not necessarily the most generally anticipated movies, I guess, of 2020. A lot of it's based on either directors or actors or actresses that I want to see in these movies. Some of them are based on trailers, although a lot of these movies I haven't seen trailers of. Some of it is that there are no trailers. For others, I'm intentionally not seeing the trailer or just haven't got around to it yet, or maybe just avoiding it because I don't want to watch it just on my computer. I want to wait till I actually see the trailer in theaters. So I'll kind of talk about my criteria when I get to that movie, but that's just some basic what you need to know before we get into it. But let's get into it. Top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020. So coming in at number 10 is The Trial of the Chicago 7. It is based off of true story of 7 people that got arrested in the late 60s around the National Democratic Convention. What we do know about this movie, it stars Eddie Redmayne, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, which is just coming off a fantastic season of Watchmen, directed by Aaron Sorkin, which he's only directed one other movie, which is Molly's Game, which is a movie that I really enjoy. But what we do know by Aaron Sorkin is that he's just a fantastic screenwriter. So you know this movie's going to be quality, at least for the script. That's about it, really. This movie is just based off of the directing and the casting that I enjoy, so I'm excited to see it. Coming in at number 9, we have Top Gun Maverick. This trailer looks really amazing. A sequel that has been long in the making following the original Top Gun from the 80s. Now, Top Gun is a movie that I've never really gotten too into, but I appreciate it for what it's worth. This one, however, looks like it's going to continue everything that the original Top Gun brought us, but take it to the next level, bringing in new cast, new story. I mean, the trailer is just beautifully shot. Tom Cruise is definitely on a hot streak, so there is no doubt that this movie is going to be worth watching. Number 9, Top Gun Maverick. Number 8 is going to be another sequel that's going out to Wonder Woman 1984. Now, the original Wonder Woman I enjoy. I think, like a lot of people, thought the ending in the third act kind of flopped a little bit, but for the most part, it's like one of the best DCEU movies that we got. This one looks colorful, looks fun. It's in the 80s, which actually worries me because I'm afraid it's going to fall into the Stranger Things trap and just say, hey, look it. It's the 80s. Here's a mall. Here's colors. Do you like this movie now? So hopefully it doesn't rely too much on that, but I am hopeful that this movie is going to be a lot of fun. Kristen Wiig as a villain is just such a good idea to me. I cannot wait to see her in this movie. Number 8. So number 7 is a movie that I don't really know a whole lot about, but it's Antebellum. I know it stars Janelle Monáe, which I love her music. Fantastic artist. She also is a good actress too. I remember she was in Hidden Figures a couple years ago and also just done various other things. So I have no doubt she's going to be fantastic in this movie. There is a trailer out right now and it's a horror movie, but it looks very intriguing, and I don't really know anything about this, but just the fact that it's Janelle Monáe in this horror movie. Horror movies have been fantastic the past couple of years, so hopefully this follows suit and is another just intriguing film that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Number 6, going out to Mulan. I'm so sick of Disney remakes, but this one looks so amazing. Every time I have seen the trailer come up in the theaters the past couple months, I almost tear up. The mix with the soundtrack, with a lot of the dialogue, and the cinematography just looks fantastic. I do have a lot more hope for this movie compared to other Disney remakes because this isn't a musical. They're not going to have Mushu the Talking Dragon, so there's a lot of elements that they really are making it their own, which surprisingly a lot of people are complaining about. But for me, I'm like, yeah, let's do something new. Let's take this Disney property and actually make it that's an enjoyable film, not just a shot-for-shot remake like we've seen with The Lion King and Aladdin now. This one is getting a pretty early release for the year, so I'm excited to get to see it soon. Quiet Place 2. Now, this one I have not seen the trailer, and I know the trailer is out. My reasoning is I feel like if I'm going to see this trailer, I need to see it at least in the theaters. I don't want to watch it on my phone. I don't want to watch it on a computer. I want to do it justice. But from what I hear, the trailer is fantastic. This is a movie, however, I'm a little worried about because I thought I enjoyed the first one. I didn't think it was fantastic, but it was a really solid horror movie. And so because it wrapped up so nicely, I'm worried that they're going to ruin this by just trying to make sequels and make this a franchise. So I'm really hoping that this one at least holds up. With the addition of Cillian Murphy and with the idea of exploring more of this universe and where these creatures came from, exploring new threats and dangers, I am hopeful. Of course, Emily Blunt, she's fantastic. So, of course, I'm going to enjoy seeing her again give an amazing performance. John Krasinski, please direct another great movie. I'm looking forward to this one. Number 4 goes out to Last Night in Soho, which is another movie that I know very little about. What I do know is Anya Joy-Taylor and Thomasin McKenzie are two of the most incredible actresses, especially for their age. And every movie I have seen them in, I absolutely love. So the fact that they are going to be co-starring in this movie is just fantastic. Oh, and also Edgar Wright is directing. I love every movie that Edgar Wright has ever done. You should know that by now if you watch this channel, because my top 10 of the decade, 2 of his films were on that list. This movie right now is expected to come out in September, and it looks like it explores the idea of time travel and going to the UK in the 60s. I really have no idea, but this pairing with actresses and director, I'm just so excited for this movie. Number 3, I had to add Marvel on here. It's The Eternals. The Eternals is a very important movie to the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The biggest thing I'm basing this off of is the cast. I mean, let me just read off some of these names. You got Kamal Nanjiani, Richard Madden, Angelina Jolie, Kit Harington, Salma Hayek, Brian Tyree Henry. Where has he been? I miss that guy. As most Marvel movies, I don't know anything until I actually see the movie. I'm not that deep into the comics, but from what I understand is this is gonna be the future of the MCU. Like, this is going to just launch so many more movies and where the next phase goes to. So there's a lot riding on this. And with the November release, I'm hopeful that's gonna be big for the holidays. This should be the big budget Marvel movie that we are waiting for this year. Number 2 is a movie that has a trailer out, but I have not seen, and I'm probably going to avoid it if I can. But that's for Soul, the new Pixar movie. What I do know about this is it stars Jamie Foxx. It's about jazz and death in a way, and so you know it's going to be emotional. You know Pixar is just top notch for pulling emotions out of you. I'm so excited for this movie, which it's kind of an unusual year because they got 2 movies coming out, and I know Onward, you know, it looks good, it looks fun, but Soul, that's really where my anticipation is going towards for Pixar. Okay, my number 1 anticipated movie of 2020, it's Tenet. So Tenet is going to be the newest movie directed by Christopher Nolan, and I know it's so basic to anticipate a Christopher Nolan like every other person does. But here's the thing, the majority of his movies I absolutely love. He can do almost no wrong to me. So when you have an international espionage involving evolution and time travel, that's all I know about this movie, but I'm so excited for it. There's a trailer out. I'm going to avoid this trailer so much. I will run out of the theater if this trailer plays. I don't want to see a single thing about this movie. All I want to know is the basic concept, which I kind of do. I want to know the cast, which this cast is incredible. John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki, just so much talent involved in this film. Going to be a great summer release, and honestly, I know it's really bad to put all my hope into this movie, but I'm going to be a little disappointed if it doesn't wind up at my top 10 at the end of the year. So that's it. My top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. What are you looking forward to most in 2020? In the film world, I should clarify, or just in general. What are you looking forward to in 2020, I guess? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you next time.